So, what is your name?
My name is Wyatt Granlund. No, I'm just kidding. My name is Jason Odom.
And what is your experience with marriage?
Oh boy, yeah. So my experience with marriage, I think, I guess my first experience would be like seeing my parents' marriage and close family members. My parents are still married. It's been a long time, but it has not always been easy. They were separated for a year. It was not pleasant growing up. They didn't get along really at all. Lots of fighting, and so I think I had a gave marriage a bad rap for most of my life. But as an adult, I think I started to see when my parents were separated when I was like in my early 20s, and then it was a really difficult time, and they got back together, and which was actually kind of cool. So it kind of made me think, wow, this is a big commitment, but it can be rough, but it can still work out in the long term. So that was a cool thing. My brother has been married 3 times and has 3 divorces. So that also kind of gave marriage a bad rap in my eyes. I think I was like, I'm never going to get married because of that. Cost him a lot of suffering and stress and a lot of money too. But it's so I think I kind of have always looked at marriage as something for somebody else. Like I never thought I would really want to do that. But things change. So yeah. So.
What impact did the sacrament make on you?
Yeah, so I actually just got married over the Christmas break, and I kind of waited a long time to get married. Had some serious relationships, and obviously didn't work out, which was for the best. And met somebody. I think it's one of those things that you just have to be patient with it. And when you know, but there's also that element of uncertainty, where it's like, hey, I don't know how this is going to work out. I just know that I'm committed to it. And so I think that idea of making commitment for life is something that's appealing to me. And the sacrament, it's a special thing. You go before God and family and friends, and we had a real small wedding, and it was cool. I mean, I think it was a powerful thing, kind of an emotional thing to do that. It's not something I wanted to keep it small. I was like, I'd rather just go down to the courthouse and get it done that way. But I think doing it in the religious practice, the sacrament of marriage, is actually kind of cool. And I think it's one of those things with the sacraments. It's not just about you; it's about other people. And so I got to see how it impacted my parents, my family, my nephew, my friends, and it was a good thing for a lot of people. It made a lot of people happy, and really brought a community together, which was not something I expected. So,
how did the sacrament connect you to God?
I think, I guess real simply, I think in a lot of things in life, the older I get, the more I realize I can't control everything. It's like I have very little control over things. Even myself, sometimes I may do a lot of stupid things, make a lot of mistakes, make the same mistakes again and again. But I think with marriage, it was kind of like, it made me realize that God's really, I need help. I need prayer to make this marriage work. It's going to be hard. It's a commitment, but to know that I made a commitment before God to do my best, and that's all I can do, and I have to give the rest to God and be like, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to pray about it and try and be gracious and forgiving, just as God would be that way to me. And so hopefully lots of grace comes from it. I think that's true. So.
Any final comments on marriage?
Boy, I would actually, comments, advice, I don't know. I think it's something that should not be taken lightly, it's not just about a big party. That's, I've been to a lot of weddings where that was kind of the case, where it was like, this is like the same, it's like going out and buying a car or having a Super Bowl party. It's like, oh, we'll get married, it's another occasion to have a good time. But I think it's a lot more than that. It should be, and if it isn't, it's probably not going to last. And I would say, I think it's good to wait a while and not jump into something. I have good friends. My best friend, he got married when he was relatively young. I was the best man at the wedding, and he only got married because he felt pressured, because he was like, oh, I probably should get married now because of the way things are going in the relationship, and it was a bad move. So I think I'm glad that I didn't jump into something early on, glad that I waited. But I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Companionship is important. So.